in, sizing up Murphy, drives, floats, hangs, and scores on the turnaround. J-Dub way behind the three-point line and hits way behind the three-point line. Got blocked. What a rejection by Holmgren. Standing tall like a wall.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested podcast, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada, NBA Summer League. We've got quite literally the entire show here tonight. I'm your host, Jacob Niffen. I've got Justin Peabody next to me.
Hello, everybody.
JD Silva's here.
Fellas.
Yeah, Taylor Peterson.
How many uncontested members can you fit on one couch? The answer is 5.
We probably have a couple more.
And we got Nick Crane.
Sharing a mic with Taylor, so if you don't hear from me much on the show, you know why.
We are brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network and the best fast casual dining in OKC, Dave's Hot Chicken and Spark OKC. We're going to talk a little bit about Dave's here after a while. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're on the live stream, we appreciate you. Drop those comments in the chat. If you're watching the YouTube video later on, leave a comment there as well. And please drop us a 5-star wherever you download the show from. Nick, you made it to Vegas, about 9 or 10 hours ago? We made it over to Thomas and Mack. Thoughts on your first Summer League 2024 action? Actually, let me get it correct. NBA 2K25 Summer League 2024, because that's not confusing at all.
That's correct. Not as hot as past years. I know you guys may have had a different experience in the days prior. Made the walk back. We Ubered there from Taco Bell. We'll have lots of stories to share.
Yes.
We'll leave on a cliffhanger there, but we Ubered to Thomas and Mack. We walked back. Not as hot. Atmosphere's different, I feel like. Maybe it's because it's day 3. It's my first time being here and seeing the atmosphere, but I don't know. It didn't feel like it's as hype as previous years.
Especially, we were watching the number 1 pick tonight.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And the number 2 pick. We saw them both.
Yeah.
And the 3.
And
the 3. The 3 actually had a little buzz.
Yes.
No, yeah, Reed has been the best guy I've seen all weekend.
Totally agree.
The Rockets have kind of brought the most excitement in general, which, if you know me at all, that hurts me to say.
Whitmore had some explosiveness. He should be done. Reed's been awesome. AJ Griffin was really fun.
Now, for what it's worth, we haven't watched Stephon Castle play live yet. That would probably change our tune a little bit. We didn't get to see him yesterday, and then because we were at the Thunder game, and then today he was out with a wrist sprain. Sounds like he's going to be out the rest of Summer League, so we didn't get to see Steph Castle at all, which was a little unfortunate. But yeah, besides that, I think Reed's been the best, honestly.
Yeah, I totally agree. He got the most excitement out of the fans. To your point, Nick, there's nobody. We kind of talked about this a little bit on our post-game show yesterday. There's just not that like gravitational pull of a star here this year. Sar's fine. Ricochet's fine. They weren't doing flashy things. People weren't excited to see them. Reed Shepherd did some fun stuff, pulling up from the logo, throwing oops to Whitmore. Like that stuff got people excited. I think they want to be excited, but they got to have a reason to be. Next year, though, I think Cooper Flagg's going to bring the excitement back to Summer League.
Well, I guess there's a guy named Igor Demon that's going to be playing next year, so that's badass.
I have a draft crush already. I've never even seen this kid play before. I don't know who he plays for, but if they draft him, I am getting a Demon shirt, like a Demon jersey. I mean, can you imagine the merch possibilities?
They're unlimited.
Igor Demon, we just get like a generic, like 1960s Russian dude and put some devil horns on him.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure that'll sell well in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that might be an overseas shirt. Overseas exclusive. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show tonight, Nick, I think you're the only guy that hasn't been on the pod since this team has played like any Summer League games.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you've been on.
Yeah.
Give us your, and you're good at this, give us your like TLDR Thunder Summer League thoughts so far.
It is a team very much comprised of guys that are either currently role players and tertiary players, but also project to be in the future. As good as AJ Mitchell is and Dylan Jones is, Usman Jang even, like none of these guys have like that star number one upside that brings the flashiness and excitement. So what we've seen is a team full of those guys, which can get pretty ugly at times. I think we saw that without Us, especially last night, where like he does have some primary creator skills. Like in the G League, he's shown that. In Summer League, he's shown that. When you pull him out and you ask AJ Mitchell, who's played 3 NBA games, and Dylan Jones, who can create but not all the time, it just gets messy quick. So it's an interesting roster. I think they're at a point now, the Thunder, where you're rolling out a bunch of guys you think could stick as role players. We've seen this roster's really old compared to rosters in the past. Like Us is the youngest guy on the roster by a long shot. It just seems like a bit of a shift. Like Sam and team didn't go grab some high upside undrafted guy that's 19 years old that could pop one day. Like it's a bunch of 23, 24, 25-year-olds.
How different would Summer League feel if Topic was healthy and could play?
Oh, I mean, he's the guy that I just described they're missing.
Yeah.
Like the offense would look just completely different. There'd be flash, there'd be flare, there'd be alley-oops. It would just be very, very different.
We'll get to see him next year.
Yeah.
Hope so.
We'll see him throwing lobs to Cooper Flag.
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
Peak teammates Cooper and Topic. We have a super chat from Nick Jordan Jr. Deron Holmes went down with an injury, and do we think it's a silver lining that OKC didn't take Deron Holmes? Never good to see someone go down with probably a season-ending injury in their first appearance in Summer League.
I think it's just like a freak accident, right? Like it's not like this was destined to happen, whichever team he played for. So I don't think it's like, oh, they dodged the bullet here. Like maybe if he gets drafted to the Thunder and plays Utah Summer League and everything looks completely different for him and doesn't get hurt, it's impossible to tell, I think.
Reminds me of the Chet injury after Summer League. Obviously, who's playing in the Pro-Am or whatever with LeBron. We all know that story. Same exact situation. You can't predict it. It is what it is. And hopefully Holmes is able to respond like Chet was, gets a redshirt year, for lack of a better comparison, under his belt, his rookie year, and then sophomore season can come out and contribute for the Nuggets.
And it's not like the guy the Thunder took anyway is going to play this year.
Yeah.
He's also out for
Exactly.
the year with the injury, so it's wouldn't be too dissimilar.
Just out of curiosity, we're sitting here recording this show at 6:30 Vegas time. How many sink beers do we have going right now?
like currently being consumed on the couch, or
Yeah,
Well, I have one.
I see 4.
I think we got 4 sink beers.
I think we got 4.
I think if I had more than one, it'd be alarming.
The real question is the price of the sink beer, hint free, versus the price of the drink that Silva got at Summer League today.
Would you like to tell the listeners about what it costs to
I
get
like the lean in.
a cocktail at Thomas and Mack for NBA Summer League?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, look me in the eyes now. What would you think a double Tito's and Red Bull would cost?
Put it in the chat.
What would you think? Put it in the chat. Double Tito's, Red Bull. Let's see it.
And we're talking a bottle of Tito's at the liquor store probably costs, I don't know, Justin, you probably know better than $20.
Yeah, $20.
$20, $22 at most. Case of Red Bulls, $12. So you're talking, you can make 12 of these for $2 a piece, $3 a piece.
Yes.
We got $12.
Yep.
We got 8 to 10.
Okay. Uh-huh.
We got 18,
Yep. Got 20.
20.
And mind you, the drink was made. I didn't want to say put it back. What are you showing me? The person that was closest. Yes, Braun. I think my vision is horrible.
Bronton
Yeah,
at 20.
that's a. Yeah, you can about double that. It was It was $38.
Question.
Incredible.
I don't want to expose your character on the pod. Did you tip?
No, it actually wasn't an opportunity. They
Okay.
didn't ask for it.
Incredible.
And to be clear, I would not have.
Also, just to be clear, what a sink beer
Yeah,
is.
we should probably give more context on the sink
Our buddy
beer.
Carrie brought a whole bunch of beer down from Montana,
Shout out Carrie, man.
but we had no way to chill the beers in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Because if you want them to clean out the mini fridge
Beers are
so you
pretty
can
chill
put
to
the
me.
beers in there, they charge you $40 to take the stuff out.
That's the price of
$40.
Silva's drink.
40. You know how many vodka Red Bulls I could buy for that? One. Plus
So
tip.
we went down the hallway and filled up a bunch of CVS bags and trash cans
Yep.
with ice, put the ice in the sink.
We did use one ice container to
Yes.
transport the
And
ice.
and one trash can.
And one trash
And
can.
Just to
put all the
balance
ice
us
in the
out.
sink and then put the beers in the sink. And so the beers have been in the bathroom
Yeah.
sink all weekend.
It's called innovation.
We also needed to heat some water, so we just left it in the car during the day at Thomas and Mac. All right, let's talk a little
Oh,
more
boy.
Vegas themes as far as betting. We will do that right after this first break. We'll be right back. And we are back. Before we talk some bets, let's first tell you guys a little bit about Dave's Hot Chicken, Justin.
The East Hollywood pop-up sensation turned fast casual superstar Dave's Hot Chicken is bringing the heat to Oklahoma in Bricktown, Edmond, and now open in Chisholm Creek. Their mouth-watering sliders and tenders are offered at 7 spice levels, ranging from no spice to Reaper, which requires what's happening? A signed waiver for those who dare. Each piece of hand-breaded chicken. I hate all of you. Is spiced to order using a blend crafted specifically for its heat level or no spice at all, along with sides of house-made kale slaw, creamy.
Justin is struggling to exaggerate.
Creamy mac and cheese and crispy seasoned fries. Visit Dave's Hot Chicken at any of their 3 metro locations.
Okay, so the hot take of the week is going to be the rest of this show is us revisiting our preseason bets. No better time to do it than gambling in Vegas. I made a second parlay, by the way. Go Columbia.
Go Columbia, baby. The motherland.
If the game ever starts, they're crawling through the air vents right now.
So I was about to make a joke. I'm not going to do it.
Good idea.
Don't be racist, Jacob.
That was not where the joke was going. Jesus Christ. Since we're in Vegas, let's talk bets. We're going to revisit our preseason bets. We're going to state what the bet was, who made it, who won, who lost, kind of give some thoughts on each of them. And at the end of the show, we will choose who had the hottest take from these bets about 12 months ago. Sound good?
Love it.
Here we go.
Hottest could also mean stupidest in retrospect.
I think
100%.
that is sometimes what it means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give our reasoning.
First bet. Kamiar made this bet. Kamiar proposed it. Nick accepted the bet. The bet was J-Dub would finish second in All-Star voting for Thunder players. And when you look at the results, he finished third. So Kamiar lost this bet to Nick. The payoff is Kamiar has to wear an OSU shirt to work at the high school that he works at.
Love it.
Go Pokes.
Maybe we should make him wear it too whenever he teaches a class at OU.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that might get him
Yes.
fired. We shouldn't do that.
And have photo evidence too.
Nick, since
Definitely.
you took this bet, just tell us a little bit on your thoughts and hindsight of this bet. Dub finishing finishing third on the team in All-Star votes. Do you think that's going to be similar next year?
Are you asking me to remember why I made this bet or what
No,
I
I'm
think
just asking
now?
your thoughts on this topic.
Okay. I took the bet, I assume, thinking Chet would be second. He was, and I think that'll be the case next year too. So if I would double or nothing on this one, Kamiar, if you'd like.
I think it's going to be the same next year as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Next bet took place between these two degenerates next to me, JD and Justin. This is a payoff, folks. Justin had the idea that Josh Giddey was going to dunk the basketball a lot.
I thought he was going to do some 6'9" things.
He did not. Justin's bet was that Josh Giddey would have 20 dunks on the season. JD took him up on that. The payoff was however many dunks above 20 Josh got, Silva had to buy Justin that many boxes of Tim Tams. However many dunks below 20, Justin would have to buy JD that many boxes of Tim Tams. Justin, you want to tell us how many dunks Josh Giddey had in 82 basketball games plus playoffs?
I was really looking forward to some Tim Tams. But instead, Josh Giddey had 4 dunks. You heard it, 4. I believe last season, and the reason I made this bet, they were going up year over year. And I think last season, two seasons ago, he had 12. So it felt like, all right, let's get a little aggressive.
Get a little ambitious.
Instead, we didn't do that at all.
Instead, you owe JD 16 boxes of Tim Tams.
And you know what's fun for me is that I don't really know what a Tim Tam is.
I really hope you like them, or else.
Should we just get them on like a Amazon order like every 2 weeks?
Oh, like regular
subscription?
Get ready to learn Tim Tam, buddy.
16
Jacob had to buy me a bunch of Tim Tams last year.
That is true.
And they're incredible. I love
Describe
Tim
them,
Tams.
please.
It's like a chocolate cookie covered in chocolate.
Are there other
And
flavors?
If you'll recall, I did the Tim Tam Slam on our Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
which is where you bite 2 corners off a Tim Tam and you use it to drink your coffee through it.
What?
A+. Incredible.
Does that exist? Is that a thing?
That is a very
Silva.
real thing.
I'm gonna do that.
We'll do the Tim Tam double slam with a double vodka Red Bull
Silva's gonna die. I don't
tonight.
Think I don't think we need to talk about this
give
bet.
Silva
I don't
more
think we need to
alcohol.
talk about this bet
We can probably
anymore.
move on from this one. Next one. The bet was made by Commiar. Taylor took it up. Commiar lost. It was that Josh Giddey would have 8 or more triple doubles this season. Sink beer number 5 just got cracked. That's what you just heard.
Everybody grab your sink beer.
Giddey had 3 triple doubles. So the payoff is Commiar has to eat a Vegemite sandwich. Taylor, since you were involved in this one, I mean, there's not a ton to talk about because Josh Giddey's no longer on the team. Do you think that triple double Josh is coming back in Chicago?
I definitely think it could, because back to why I actually took this bet, I do remember, and it was because I was very high on J-Dub in his second year and figured he was going to get a lot more opportunity on ball, which was going to diminish Giddey's role with the team, which is what happened. Although even more to the extent I think than I originally predicted. So that's the reason I took it. Now that he's back with the Bulls and maybe we'll have higher usage, we'll see. I mean, they still have Kobe White. It'll be interesting, but there's more of a potential for that to happen, I think, than if he were to still be with OKC.
Totally agree.
What is the? I'm also unfamiliar with what Vegemite is. What is like the closest American equivalent to Vegemite? Do we know?
There is not one.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
No.
In my head, it's like a coleslaw.
No.
Not.
It's
Not
like
at all.
it's more like Nutella,
No.
but it doesn't taste like the consistency.
Okay.
It's like fermented.
So like astronaut food.
No.
Okay.
I think it's very pungent.
Think if like someone had diarrhea, but it was in a jar.
Oh my.
I don't think that's it either.
Excuse me.
Next bet. Commiar proposed this one as well. I took him up on it. He said Vasilije Micic would have 4.5 assists per game. He had 4.4.
No.
Commiar was right there. Didn't win.
So close.
The payoff, next time Commiar is on the show, he has to use half of a Shania Twain song, like the lyrics, in the episode.
Not the instrumentals.
Not the instrumentals, although that'd be awesome.
Why did you decide on half? That feels really weird.
What's the most popular Shania Twain song?
I feel like a woman, right?
Okay, that's what
I was going to sing it, but Taylor spared everyone.
I think that should be clipped from Taylor. I'm just saying.
By the way, we cannot play them right now because of our current setup, but we have some good sounders to use.
This is true.
With some really
I want everyone to know, bitch had my money. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it.
Thanks for clarifying who that was addressing.
Next one was a bet that I made against Justin. I said Kaysen Wallace will have play more games and have more minutes than Vasilije Micic. Kaysen played all 82 games, 20.6 minutes per game. Micic was nowhere close to that. Justin had some takes on this one.
I'm
too.
not having fun.
Justin had some takes on this one. Said Kaysen will play more G League minutes than NBA minutes.
I thought Micic was coming here for a reason. He was finally coming, and I thought there was a real chance.
This show is unhinged.
I thought there was a chance he'd run the second unit, and instead he's in Charlotte. Anyway,
I thought JD was about to say something. The camera went up to his.
No, I had to itch my nose and both my hands are full, as you can see.
The payoff for this one, since Micic had braces, Justin has to make his profile picture a picture of him in braces from back in middle school.
good times.
I'm excited for
Love
this.
that for me.
Next one, JD and Nick. You guys can kind of take this one over.
Yo.
Dort makes all defensive team. That was JD's bet. Nick took it up. Nick felt very strongly that Dort would not make the all defensive team. Nick was correct. So JD has to write a Lou Dort love poem and read it on the show. You guys want to talk a little bit about Dort and all defense and where you stand now on that topic?
I do feel like he played well enough to make the team, but it is kind of a name recognition thing. I feel like, you know, there are just other guys like a Caruso could make it, and now I mean he's damn sure not going to make it next year because of the Caruso being now on the team. But I don't know. I think he played well enough to make the team. He's just the publicity is not necessarily there.
I think he has the publicity after his playoff performance on
Good
the
point.
defensive end. But I think there's also a case to be made that he might be third in all defensive voting next year on the Thunder.
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah.
I think Chet may have the best odds of anybody next year. Like Chet was second Vegas favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year, like 4 months into the season.
Well, you could put Caruso, Hartenstein, Chet, and Dort all in that, and J-Dub to a lesser extent all in that group. And
Unless he
it's
takes
like-
another leap. Shea was
That
what,
is an
Shea finished
insane-
9th in Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Yeah,
That
that is an insane group of defenders.
it is.
Their defense is going to be freaking sick next year, dude.
Anyway, though,
It's
it'll
gonna
be
fun.
really easy for me to write a love poem about Lou Dort.
Do we have any like?
What style are you going to
Yeah,
go
are you
with?
going like a haiku?
Iambic pentameter?
No, I definitely can't do a haiku. I've hardly ever been able to understand like how to.
If
do
you
that.
do it live on the show right now,
I can't do that.
oh,
Freestyle.
We're not doing.
We're gonna play some like jazz music while JD reads his poem, like an open mic night type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, if I can find like a beret, see if my girlfriend has a beret at home, and I'll put that on and
I like it.
some small sunglasses and do a little. You guys can do like a snap after every little. Once in a while, that'd be great.
JD the Beatnik. Also,
Can I
shout
get
out Meek Leak in the chat who said he rewatched the Bets pod last week.
That's some degeneracy right there.
That's-
Classic.
Meek.
Hey, also shout out Meek Leak for providing quite a bit of the items I guess we need for some of these bets.
The Australian
Vegemite.
payoffs.
Wheat Bix.
that great segue, Taylor,
Indeed.
because the next
Masterful
bet,
work.
Nick made the bet against Taylor. Nick said Chet would have 173 or more blocks in his rookie year. He had 190. Taylor lost.
Close bet.
And per Meek's request, the payoff is Taylor has to eat a single Wheat Bix in 30 seconds or less. Live on the show.
This is the end. I'm gonna choke and I'm gonna die.
For everyone in our listener survey who specifically requested more Taylor spit takes, I think this is your chance. My guy's going to be spewing shredded wheat all over his MacBook.
That Wheat Bix is a big boy, too.
It's gonna be gross. This ain't the Paradise Cantina either. You can't change it up. It's gotta
Can't
stay.
make it wet.
Yeah, gotta eat it as it
Can't do
is.
that.
Gotta go dry.
Careful about that Wheat Bix.
The way that Jacob just talked about Wheat Bix sounds like he's like a 3-star offensive lineman from Iowa. That Wheat Bix is a big old boy.
Corn
could-
fed.
Corn fed.
If I had put a wiretap in our room the moment we walked in, we could release the 3+ days of audio from this room as a podcast, and it would be
What do you get canceled?
constant. Well, I don't think so. We haven't said anything that insane. But what do you mean? Okay, I wouldn't get canceled.
Sounds like a guilty conscience.
Yeah,
I bet
he's got some Igor demons to battle. It'd be very entertaining. We're just constantly riffing.
So am I 2 for 2 on bets? Is that what I'm hearing? Wow.
You're doing pretty well, Nick.
Thank you.
Chet gonna so if we make the bet next year, Chet has 190 or plus blocks. 190 plus blocks. You going over or under?
Over.
I'm gonna go under because I think he's playing away from the basket a bit more. Not that you
Ooh.
can't block the shot.
I'll go over
Weak
because I think
side
he's going to
or-
weak side and get
Yeah,
more.
you
opportunity.
can
what I
weak
was gonna
side, but
say.
it's
I think Hartenstein's going to funnel him into Chet.
for sure. But there's also a world where he's like defending a corner or like 30 feet from the floor on a spacing 4, and there's somebody else. I just think there's maybe it's more opportunity, but it also could be less.
Let's do one more bet before we go to the next break, because it's a shit tier bet.
This one's tough.
I said that the Chet and Poku 2-man lineup would have a positive net rating and play 200 plus minutes together. Oops. My note says Jacob made this bet and got his ass whooped. Justin took it as one. Took it and won. My payout is Justin is going to Photoshop my face on the waving inflatable tube man.
I don't know how we arrived on this. This sucks. This is a stupid payoff.
Why don't you maybe you have to make it? Well, we can't technically legally we can't change it now, but maybe you make it your profile pic for like a week or something.
Yeah,
That's what I did with
We could do that.
something.
Okay.
We could do that. I'll make
Yeah.
my profile pic.
This is the first thing I won, and I feel like what this is
Work for
Justin gets homework.
you. Yeah.
I have a call out, Jacob.
Okay.
This isn't a bet. I can't enforce this, but I think for the people, you currently have a profile picture that is your face edited onto something else. It's Alex Caruso. Now you're gonna have to do the inflatable tube men. I think this is now your thing. Like your profile
No.
picture will forever be your face plastered on
Maybe
something
after
else.
this, my profile picture will just be the dude from the Lakers.
Tommy
Yes,
Kusa.
Tommy Kuzi, yes.
Shout out Tommy Kusa.
Let's go.
You seem confident in how you pronounce that. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's how they pronounced it in the arena.
Oh, don't
which-
trust those guys.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say is not an indicator of what it's actually supposed to sound like. I
Actually,
was saying Koos.
I think it's Kuzi, but I don't know.
Koozie.
I like Kuzi.
Little Koozie Vert over here.
Oh,
All right, let's take our next break. On the other side, we will talk some more bets. We will be right back. Chug your sink beers now, boys. And we are back. Next bet.
I like this one.
Taylor made a bet that Nick was vehemently against. Taylor said Shea will be top 3 in the MVP voting and first team All NBA. Nick called him out and said, "No way." The payoff for this one, and Nick is very against this. He's told me it's not happening. Taylor has to record a freestyle rap to the intro of the Uncontested podcast.
No. Nick has to.
Sorry. Nick has
has
to
to.
do the rap. I apologize. I had that backwards.
Karaoke tonight at a local establishment here in Vegas will suffice.
No, it will not. Nick, why do you have no honor?
I'm just not doing that.
That's what I mean.
I will do something else bad, but I will not do that.
That's not how this works. Don't
Well-
take the bet if you can't pay it off.
You know how these things go.
I have to buy JD Silva a lifetime supply of Tim Tams.
Now, Nick, I do have sympathy for you because, as we all know, Sean, where are you? I have not taken charges at the Paycom Center because I don't know why the hell I almost dropped an F-bomb. I don't know why I accepted anything that would result in public embarrassment, but I can do it behind the mic. Like I'm okay doing embarrassing things behind the mic. That's fine. But so, Nick, I get it. I totally get it. And if you want some help, maybe we can.
JD's got to write a poem.
Yeah.
Maybe you can collab.
I'm curious who had that bet as well with you, JD.
What oh damn it! It was you. Don't accept bets that involve Taylor.
Taylor just is a savage. That dude
Yeah.
greasily
Maniacal.
ate a rotisserie chicken on the pod in the most disgusting
That's
way.
what I'm saying.
Those
I
fingers were
jogged
covered
through
in-
my neighborhood in jorts. I went
remember
past
that.
people that I know.
That's normal for you.
Nick, I could do
That's
like
more
some-
clothes than I usually wear on
I
my
can-
jog.
I can do like some ad libs for you in the background when you're doing the verse.
Can we get some right now after the double vodka Red Bull drink? I think you're in prime ad lib
Well,
state of mind.
that wore off an hour ago, but I go, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So many possibilities.
Lil Silva.
I just came up with a new bet idea.
Lil Silva and 2 cranes.
Would Taylor be interested in a potential double or nothing?
Oh.
Do you think he'll be top 3 and
This
first
feels
team
like a
next
way
year?
out for Nick.
Nick's just
save
putting it
that.
off another
Ta-
year.
I'd like to point out that Taylor's not holding a microphone, so his response to that double or nothing.
Oh, yeah, we'll probably have to. We'll revisit when we do our best pod for
Okay.
next season.
Feels like a cop out.
Healthy Embiid, Luka on the come up. I don't know.
Healthy Embiid for now.
Yeah. Next one. J-Dub shoots at most 33.3% from 3. Kamiar made this bet against JD. J-Dub shot 42.7%.
Yeah, this was a wild one by Kamiar.
Yeah.
Love that guy to death, but holy hell. 33%. That is quite low.
Is J-Dub going to be 42.7 again next year?
Well, context
No.
too. Context is important. I think Dub finished his rookie year 36, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a late season surge. Like he was bad to start his rookie campaign, like ticked it up. So I think Kamiar thought he was actually more of like a regress 33. So
Yeah.
at the time, it was not a crazy bet for what it's worth.
35.6 his first season.
God, it took a 7% jump.
That's insane.
Yeah, that is true.
Will it stay that level, JD?
No. I honestly hope if the volume goes way up and he shoots like 36, like I'd be fine with that. Just get some more threes up.
Next one. Next one's a word weird. I don't know. It says that Thunder will have more wins than the Mavs.
Yeah.
And JD bet it and lost to Komiar. But if JD proposed the bet, he would have won, right?
Who took these notes?
I did. They're bad. I know.
I put the official bets
Let
there.
me, I'm consulting our official document.
I was typing. That's the legal document.
OKC, nope, not that one.
Is that the
It's probably close to the
CBA?
top.
Yeah. We're looking through a PDF here, folks. This is podcasting.
It's not. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you typed it wrong.
Okay.
Kamiar loses, JD wins.
What's
That Kamiar has to make beef stroganoff and post a picture of himself eating beef stroganoff. Kamiar's going to do a lot of weird stuff.
Kind of sad. I didn't get to do that.
You can still do
No
it. if you want.
no one's stopping you.
Well, I post pictures of what I cook anyway. I don't take pictures of myself eating it. That'd be weird.
Now's
So-
your chance.
Enjoy that, Kamiar.
Justin said that OKC would make the final 4 of the in-season tournament.
So close.
Nick took him up. Justin lost. The payout happened
Today.
4 hours ago?
Yeah.
What happened 4 hours ago?
I had to buy Nick's Taco Bell Cantina. And one thing you should know about Nick, I've never seen a human being eat as much Taco Bell in one sitting as Nick Crane. So we had the foresight to set some limits. We set a $30 limit. And thank goodness, because my guy spent $26.52 at Taco Bell today. How you feeling right now, Nick?
And I just want to say, generous man, he gave me a burrito.
I did. Feel great. Just like I always do when I eat Taco Bell. Makes your life a lot better.
Said no. This man is gassing for an ad read
He's
right
gonna
now.
clip that.
You did have a comment earlier in the chat from David Skelton who wanted to know who has the worst farts, Jacob.
I mean,
Justin?
Justin's been ripping ass all day, so
Ew.
I wish I hadn't asked that question.
Stepped into a landmine there.
next bet. JD said a major publication will rank Kristaps Porzingis over Jaylen Brown this season. Justin took him up.
What a random hate bet.
Yeah, I know.
It really was.
Yeah, I think I was projecting a little because one of my closest friends is a gigantic Celtics fan, and I just kind of wanted to. I'm just involved in those conversations all the time, and I wanted to project, and it resulted in this. And let me just tell you, this did not happen because Jaylen Brown had like his best season, was excellent, got Finals MVP obviously, so I blew that. So look forward to seeing me with the blindfold on.
Yeah, this bet is JD has to do an entire show with a blindfold on and eyes drawn on the blindfold.
Ain't that a bitch?
From your own demented mind to your own face.
Here's an
Congrats.
alternate payoff.
No.
We're going to dinner tonight. Instead of wearing a blindfold, you can just be blind at dinner. And to convince the waiter
What is
and play the role.
Damn it, Nick! I'm not doing that. That sounds so much worse. That's so
It
much
also
worse.
might be a little insensitive.
I agree.
Like,
I agree. That seems like a really bad idea all around.
it would be funny though.
Would it?
I think it'd be funny.
Stevie Wonder's been faking it for a long time.
Next one. PG is fully healthy come playoff time.
Love you, Stevie.
Comier made this bet. Taylor took it up. I mean, what does fully healthy even mean, right?
He was available to play basketball games if needed.
The payoff here, another weird thing Kamiar has to go do is hoop at a local gym in cowboy boots and jorts.
Who keeps coming up with
These
this?
are Taylor's like fantasies.
No, this was a Comier
This was
one.
a Kamiar
Oh.
creation.
Yeah, don't accept bets with that Taylor comes up with or Kamiar.
I agree.
Because it's
Diabolical.
insane.
Weird, man.
Next one, Nick had a hell of a bet. He said Ben Simmons or Zion Williamson would make All NBA. Nick, how do you feel about that?
Healthy Zion would have.
Touche. I won. The payoff was you were going to have to go for a 2-mile run while at Summer League, where we're at right now,
Mhm.
to the Wynn Studio for a recording. The Wynn Studio is no longer there. So how do you want to do this, Nick?
Well, first of all, the winds were more than 2 miles away. But I'll do it tomorrow morning. I'll run to the wind and back. I'll do both directions.
Look at you.
It's no problem.
Show off.
Just to let you know, Nick, we won't be able to pick you up. We'll be on a plane.
It's fine.
And so,
I can do it.
all right.
Easy enough. Justin said that none of the top 5 MVP odds at the beginning of the season would win the MVP.
That didn't happen.
Nope, it did not.
Uh-oh.
I took this. No, JD took this one. JD won this one. So, Justin, you want to tell the folks what you have to do?
Is this like one of the best payoffs we've had?
I think so. I'm actually I'm into this. I have to recreate the infamous Jimmy Butler Media Day photo.
That's incredible.
The emo Jimmy,
Emo Jimmy, the
ball out boy.
yes, ball out boy.
He's got some iconic stuff, man. Like the meme of him bent over at the bubble, just like exhausted. That's another one we could recreate next bets pod.
Yes.
That's a good one. Last bet, I said the Grizzlies would be playing or worse. Taylor took me up on it. Taylor lost. The original bet payoff was in John Morant fashion. You had to flash a gun on social media. We are not doing that. So instead, since it's a Memphis-based bet, Taylor owes me some barbecue.
Easy enough.
Taylor, where are you going to take me?
I was going to say we can't really do it here in Vegas because we're running out of time and meals. So back in OKC, have to hit up one of the OKC spots.
I think he was looking for a more specific answer.
It's up to Jacob, right? I'm the one buying the barbecue.
We live in OKC. The destination is the barbecue joint in OKC.
You like Swadley's?
Dude. I also we can't let this slide that we have a bet in here, and Meek will know this since he just re-listened to the bets pod. There was a bet where Taylor talked for about 4.5 minutes and listed about 67 different
Yeah, my
stats.
transition stats.
And when we got to the end, I don't think anyone knew what was going on.
This is
But
Taylor's good for one of those bets. a year.
Kamiar took the bet, and Jacob's notes just say, I have no clue who won.
I wasn't about to dig into transition possessions per game.
So, Taylor, if you'd like to take on that math,
What's the payout?
let's find out.
Let's consult the official document.
Official document.
Legally binding.
Let's see here. Transition. The payoff's pretty good. Loser has to film themselves doing suicides at a gym at a time proposed by the winner and do it while someone's on the court playing.
That is.
I really hope Taylor won
boy.
because I'd like to see Kamiar do that in boots and jorts while he's at it.
He gets
I'll have to look
into the
that one
pickup
up.
Game, throws
Yeah.
on some boots and just
Starts
runs
doing suicide
instead of actually playing.
That is peak chaos. Kamiar and Taylor accepting a bet with each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's how black holes get made.
We have peaked.
What a disgusting bet, Taylor.
Degenerate stuff.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Welcome,
Speaking of,
Jacob.
how's my
Welcome.
parlay doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, we got to check in on
Has
Columbia.
Columbia started yet? Should have.
If
Are
their
they-
fans would quit trying to
Silva,
break
your
in.
ancestors better not let me down.
Well, my cousins are climbing through the vents at the arena right now. So
It is
shout out to Columbia though. Hopefully they win.
0-0 in the 39th minute.
Okie dokie. All right. Who had the hottest bet?
Which of those were the hottest, the crazy? I keep like leaning out of the frame. I apologize.
Get in the frame, damn it.
This couch is small.
I believe that
I gotta cut that.
I believe the hottest one, probably Jacob's Poku bet.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's up there. You were all in on the long boy lineup.
I was. I wanted those shirts to be a thing.
Yeah.
This one's a hindsight
This is really
hot
just who
take,
had
but
the most
J-Dub's
dog shit
3-point
prediction?
percentage.
What'd you say, Nick?
J-Dub's 3-point percentage is hot
In
in hindsight. It was not
Yeah.
hot at the time.
Agreed.
Who the hell thought Poku was going to be good and play 200 minutes with Chet?
Me, you son of a gun.
Me.
You're just flying close to the sun.
I'm gonna nominate my own Josh Giddey 20 dunks. I was
That was spicy.
I was
aggressive.
trying to manifest something.
He had 12.
No, he had 4.
Oh, the year before I'm talking.
Oh yes, the year
Oh,
before he
4?
had 12.
He had 12, and you just would have thought like another year, maybe do some calf raises in the offseason. But turns out,
Work
if you
on
put
that
your-
vertical.
If you put your center on Josh, harder to get dunks.
That's touche.
Think he gets 20 dunks this year in Chicago?
No.
No.
Does he get 2 dunks in Chicago?
I'm gonna say yes. I would take a 2 dunk bet.
Okay.
I'd do anything for more Tim Tams, honestly.
Why don't you keep one to yourself? No, buy one for yourself and then subtract the rest.
Okay. Deal.
So now you owe yourself 1 and JD 15.
Cool.
Keep it even.
You want to share, JD? You want to get each of us 2?
No.
All right, gentlemen, any more Summer League thoughts before we log off and go to our dinner reservation?
I have nothing, and I'm going to keep holding this mic so that Taylor doesn't have something.
Nick, anything you're looking forward to in your stay in Summer League before you leave here in a few days?
Ooh. Great food, a long run to the Wynn Casino.
I hope you don't get
Um,
like assaulted.
Assaulted? I'm not going to get assaulted.
Okay.
I think I'm most excited for the Dylan Jones triple-double.
Oh.
Next game, Monday night.
Yes.
Okay.
I like it. I like it. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in. We will be back. Do we have another super?
No, we did have a starred comment from Zay. Just says alcoholism is the mother of invention. That's a good quote.
Shout out Sink Beers.
I think
Shout out to Beers.
Plato said that
Yes.
quote actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the podcast. We're going to get off of here. We'll be back Wednesday for our regularly scheduled show. So tune in then. Have a great beginning of your week. Thank you for following along with us while we have been out in Las Vegas. Nick will still be out here for a few days, so make sure you are staying up to date on social media with the Uncontested and with Nick, as he'll have a lot of coverage for us. And we will see you guys Wednesday night. Until then, and as always,
Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas.